Whites passing for blacks has been the subject of serious films in the past, this time with Soul Man. It's played mostly for laughs. Soul Man is a cute enough idea for a comedy. C. Thomas Howell plays a kid who has the grades to get into Harvard Law School, but he needs a scholarship, and he finds one that he can win. The only problem, he's not black, and that's the requirement of the scholarship. So taking some pills to change his color, he goes to Boston, where actually I think he looks more suntan than black, see if you agree. And at Harvard, he becomes a victim of stereotyping when playing basketball.
Names? Mark Watson.
Okie dokie, why don't we just take Mark on our team and you can have,
Gordon Bloomfeld.
No, why don't you guys take Gordon and we'll take Marcus.
Oh, well, you know, look, I wrote it down this way, and I know the way you hate a messy team list, so...
Come on, Ernie, you guys got Leon, you get Marcus.
That's Mark.
When he can't complete a paper on time because he was jailed by a white cop on a trumped-up charge, he looks for sympathy from his black professor, played by James Earl Jones.
Look, Professor, with all due respect, sir, I just spent 18 hours in a jail cell on no formal charges, getting pulverized by drunken bigots. And you expect me to come
Watson,
down here?
I said there would be no excuses for late work, and I meant no excuses. A judge and jury won't give a damn if you've had a bad day before a trial.
I would think you could understand.
You'll get no special treatment from me, Mr. Watson. Do you hear me?
That's a good speech. The movie could use a little more of that tension, actually a lot more of that tension, and more of its good love story between Howell and Rae Dawn Chong we saw at the beginning of the show. She's another law student who is a little sour on love. Her performance and that of James Earl Jones are the best part of Soul Man, and they're the serious parts of the film. What doesn't work as well, and this is surprising, is the comedy, save for a couple of big laughs. I guess a movie set at Harvard should have people that are as bright as anyone that we meet in the movies. Instead, the level of comedy in this film, indeed the general level of conversation, in the comedy sequences at least, is no different than any high school teenage picture. In some, we have bright actors working in a not very bright script.
Gee, you know, during the first hour of this movie, I was really wishing it on. I was so interested in the premise that I wanted it to be a good movie.
Yes.
I thought they could go somewhere with this. And then in the last hour, I totally gave up, because if they're not going to try, then why should I try? For example, all of that business about the sex-mad white girl who's hidden in the bedroom while Rae Dawn Chong is in the living room and the parents are in the kitchen, and he's running around like Groucho Marx in room service. Why do we need really dumb jokes like that when, in fact, what we want is for these people to really confront the reality? And the love affair, you mentioned that. I thought that was cute. She's good, James Earl Jones is good, but where was the physical aspect of it? They didn't really have the physical chemistry. They were talking about the concept of being in love.
Well, because it's a little dangerous and probably isn't commercial and is challenging. There's a very challenging line at the end of the film talking about interracial love. And if the film had pursued that, it could be quite a provocative film. Instead, it just has it as a verbal line, nothing else.
You put your finger right on one real glaring omission in the film, and that is Rae Dawn Chong never has a scene where she really talks with this guy about the fact that he was pretending to be black. They never really talk about that. It's done off camera.